Am I the only leftist who's happy about this? The people of Iran have been held hostage by this illegitimate government that is the Islamic regime for decades. Do you remember the Say Their Names to Save Their Lives campaign in 2022 after Masa Amini was killed by the morality police and people took to the streets and they arrested hundreds upon hundreds of protesters? Like, some of these people are intentionally shot in the eye so that they are left blind. And those are the lucky ones that didn't get executed. Are these attacks by the US legal? Probably not, but neither is holding an entire nation hostage for decades.
As a Jordanian Palestinian, not that there is any difference between both so-called ethnicities, when standing here in Brussels, I am in a safe spot. Basically, we, the Palestinian Jordanian people, the Palestinians are the chosen people of the European Parliament. People in the European Parliament love the Palestinians. They care about how we are oppressed by the evil Zionist Israelis, while, in fact, those evil Zionist Israelis are the ones giving us jobs. They are the ones giving us jobs when Lebanon bans us from all forms of jobs. When the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, which occupied 78% of our homeland, prevents us from all kinds of jobs, the King of Jordan could come and present here and talk about peace and human rights, while Israeli politicians could get arrested for arriving at your airports. At the same time, we see not a single European member of parliament, not a single European politician speaking about the oppression of the Palestinians at the hands of the Hashemite Kingdom or the Palestinian authorities. On the other hand, your money, your tax euros are financing the Palestinian police force, which oppresses us, tortures us, and puts us in disappearance. This happens while you guys are obviously caring for us in good intentions, but your judgment is very cloudy. Unfortunately, most of you are seeking to destroy the very and only source of income and stability that we have, which is the Israeli Jewish state. That state has offered us every hope there is in the last 70 years. We disagree with Israel on different issues. We have several issues with Israel. Israel is not an angel, nor was Belgium an angel in Africa, nor was the United States an angel in Vietnam, nor was Jordan an angel as of today. You have to be fair and square to achieve justice. Justice is collective. You can't grant us justice by denying justice to our Jewish neighbors.
As an Iranian in the diaspora, I'd like to answer this million-dollar question. If there is regime change in Iran, how do we know that it's not going to be another Iraq, another Afghanistan, another Libya? First of all, this premise is built on an inherently racist assumption that all Middle Eastern people are savages, and if you knock one savage regime out the way, another savage regime is going to rise in its place like whack-a-mole. I'm sorry, you clearly do not understand the Iranian people, who are some of the most pro-democracy, pro-freedom, most educated, most progressive people in the entire world, much less the Middle East. But you want to know why it's different? Because the common denominator is not them. The common denominator is you. In Iraq, you forced a regime change that the Iraqi people were not ready for, nor were they politically mobilized. So when that regime fell, it left a power vacuum for only extremist factions to stand in. Same script in Libya, same thing with Afghanistan. You see, the Taliban didn't just come out of nowhere. They were funded as part of the US's intent to defeat the communists. Now, obviously, the communists needed to be defeated, but the US didn't fund grassroots Afghan fighters. They funded the Mujahideen. They funded Islamists because they knew that would be the reactionary force necessary to defeat the communists. And you got what you would predictably get at the tail end of that, which is that you empowered Islamists and Islamists came to power. Then you say, in 1979, there was regime change in Iran and it brought in the Ayatollah's regime. No, you brought in the Ayatollah's regime. It was your president who corresponded with the Ayatollah, who was in exile in France. It was you who told the Ayatollah that you would tell the Iranian army to stand down. It was you who flew the supreme leader into Iran on Air France. So no, that was not an organic regime change of the people. It was a Western collaboration. The people of Afghanistan didn't ask for regime change and get the Taliban. You implanted the Taliban. The people of Iran didn't ask for regime change and get the Ayatollah's regime. You implanted the Ayatollah's regime. And when the people of Iran called out to your president and said, Obama, Obama, Yaba Una, Yaba Ma, meaning Obama, Obama, either you're with them or you're with us. It was you who funded the Ayatollah's regime with more than $100 billion in sanctions relief. This is not a US enforced regime change. This is an organic, grassroots Iranian regime change. All we've ever asked is to stop funding the oppressors. What's that saying? You get what you pay for? If you don't want another Ayatollah regime, don't fund it, don't pay for it, don't fly it in, don't collaborate with it, don't maintain it, don't sustain it, and maybe you won't get it.